Hey beautiful yoga focused wholesome vegan biscuits today. I don't know why I thought that was a yoga-ish intro arm movement. Don't ask, just assume it's insanity at this point. I want to share some of the really gentle yoga poses I've been doing when I'm not, curled up puking, that have helped me feel better, both like my body less sore, because my body's been a little sore, and then, more relaxed and hopefully less nauseous. Now, always ask your doctor, make sure you can do these poses, but it's just really simple stuff. I mean, some of it is basic, just like stretching out with gentle movement. I think sometimes just stretching and opening things up can help you feel so much better, right? It doesn't have to be a big workout, it doesn't have to be about building muscle right now. It's just about trying to relax yourself and trying to help lessen those waves of nausea of the hip. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit right here. I'm going to sit back a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Oh, just really easy pose. And let this stretch open your hips. So lean back, just wherever you're comfortable with. I like doing it against a sofa right now, just so that you don't overextend your abdomen if you have not been working out. Like, I haven't been feeling well enough to work out a lot, so just lean against your sofa, stick your belly up a little bit, open up your shoulders, open up your hips, and if you feel up to it, you can move forwards, thrust your hips forwards, let those open up, and then just breathe into the pose. Yeah, just feels nice to open up. Come back, stretch into what my gymnastics coach would have said is a pancake pose. And then hands on your hips or thighs, whatever's comfortable for you. Stretch with your shoulders, open up your chest, and then just give this a nice loop. Ready? Keeping your chest open. Don't overextend. Don't lean more than you feel comfortable doing. Let's do another one. And what you're going to feel is this is going to gently open up your thighs and your hips, and you're opening up your chest. You're just giving it some space to breathe. You're opening up those ribs, right? Let's do another one. I can feel how tight I've been from not feeling well. When you're not feeling well and your muscles kind of tighten up, normally this pose would not do a lot, but when you aren't feeling well, when you're feeling nauseous, it can really help. Ready? Stretch your arms out, just in case that movement is making you sick. There's a good little pause between them. Stretch forward just gently. Arms up, to the side, back. Open up that chest. Now let's get those hands back on our thighs or hips. Open up our chest and go the other way. And try to breathe a little consciously when you're doing this so that you aren't holding your breath. It's part of how yoga can help relax you, is just breathing technique. And you certainly don't have to be an expert or, try to go to a million online classes right now, since people aren't doing a lot of classes in person. You just do a little gentle poses. Let's do one more. I stretch my shoulders extra back for that one so I can really feel it open. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to try one more pose and show you. I mean, more than one, but this next one is really good. Okay, so we're on hands and shoulders. We're pretending that we are a fabulous moo cow. We'll moo, 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 moo. We're just going through the field. We're like, oh, we're so relaxed and calm. I am spreading my legs hip widths apart. And make sure that you are supporting your belly with this. So you want to, if it's feeling sagging or uncomfortable, you can think about a belly band, or you can also just engage those core muscles a little bit so that you don't feel like you're, sagging down or anything, so that your posture is still good. Ready? And my hands are about shoulder width apart. I tuck my head in, bend my back up, stretch my neck. So you don't want to do this pose and have your shoulders up by your ears. You want to stretch that neck. Let's breathe into it. Anybody else having pregnancy congestion. Oh my goodness, my sinuses are so congested. Stretch that neck out. Let that spine stretch. Move your hips a little bit. Try to let them loosen up. Slowly bring that head back up. Stretch, open up your hip, and then move your hips from side to side. Let them just stretch open. That neck elongated. Stretch your spine and hips. Gently and carefully come back to center. That one really helps me when my neck is sore from being sick and thrown up in the toilet, if we're going to be graphic about it. Because man, you can really hurt yourself with all of the not being well. Oh my goodness, it's an intense ride, isn't it? We're all lucky ducks. You know, babies are wonderful, but it's okay to also be like, oh man, that's kicking my butt. It's okay to admit that. It doesn't make us less of mamas. Okay, so this next one, we're gonna sit back down, same pose. Scoot back a little bit if that's helpful. So, foot to foot here, and you can kind of adjust this to whatever feels good for you. We're gonna do hands on knees. I was gonna say call these shoulders, but that's because my brain has lost its mind. Or has my mind lost its brain? Whoa! If my brother were here, he'd give me a high five. He loves those kind of ridiculous jokes. Hands open, stretch out your fingers. We're all working from home. We're all teaching from home right now. We are all just like grabbing stuff. Pencils, pens, computers, phones, right? Our hands are just constantly crunched in. So what we're doing here is we're just good posture, opening up our hands wide like this. And then we're just gonna turn our necks. Ready? Breathe in. Out. Back to center. Let's turn it the other way. Remember, we're extending our hands at the same time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to center. And then, very gently, you are not putting weight on your neck. You're stretching your arm out, stretching your hands out, stretching your neck very gently. You are not trying to like pull your neck apart. You're just gently suggesting that those muscles relax. Stretch out if they've cramped up. Oh, feels so nice. It's such an easy one. And it really helps with the tension you can get. Stretching these muscles can help with the tension headaches sometimes we get in pregnancy. Then back to center, and let's do the other side. Ready? So this hand extends. Yeah. Just slightly. Oh, hey there, Nick. And you'll feel that point where it starts to stretch. This is something, if even your partner giving you neck rubs is not helping with tension headaches or a sore neck, these kind of yoga poses can help get to the deeper root of the muscle tension. Because all the tendons in your body are stretching out, your muscles are changing, right? Let's do another deep breath in. And out. Back to center. And then I like to just shake a little bit, you know, just shake it off. My son has stolen all of my hair clips, so I have this slightly broken hair clip that I'm using to hold my hair back right now. I don't know where they go. They go with my hand towels and my socks. He hides them places. I find them all sorts of places. Okay, wiggle. Oh, that feels nice. Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna do one. Does it look funny? I probably look ridiculous doing it, but you know what? I don't do yoga to look good. I do yoga to feel good. So we're gonna be standing back here. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna lean back carefully. Oh yeah. We're just gonna lean into this and stretch. You know what? Hair clip might have to go for a moment. Sorry, hair clip. Well, I don't know where the hair clip went. I think it might still be attached to me. Is it? Is it biscuits? Tell me. It is still attached. I was trying to do that gracefully. That did not work. And I'm holding on to my heels, supporting myself a little bit with my fingers. Oh, stretching back. Opening up my ribs. Just like this. Yeah. And then I'm sitting down like that, coming down so that I'm sat with my legs bent, hips open, arms out. Turn to the side carefully. Remember, you don't want to turn too much. Be careful with your torso. Just stretching things out just a little bit. Then we come back to center. Oh, I'm going to stretch out my neck just a little bit because it feels like it. Again, I really think that prenatal yoga is a great time to listen to our bodies, because God knows so much I don't. I constantly have to remind myself of that this is a great time to listen to those body cues, right? That are what parts are hurting, what parts feel like they need to stretch or to move, what are things that we think will make us feel better, right? Because so much of our bodies are very intuitive, right? Like our bodies signal us, ow, that hurts, oh, this needs a little attention, right? We hear it, we understand it, we just don't always pay enough attention to it. Now, if you've ever felt what it would be like to be a squatty monkey, this pose might be for you. So on this one, we're going to spread our legs apart because bellies always get in the way, no matter how small, even for trimester with all this nausea, right? It still changes it. We're gonna sit down on our feet. We're gonna let our hands come out. We're gonna stretch. Stretch open our hips. Oh, move a little bit, just side to side. Hands to center. Stretch into this. Feel what's stretching, what feels good. Come forwards a little bit. Move around and feel your body. Right? Super easy pose. So funny looking. That's one of those poses where your part walks in on you. You're like, what you doing? Yoga. You sure? Yeah. Now another good thing can be stretching your ankles. And you can do this on the ground. You can do this holding your leg like this. It really depends on your comfort level of flexibility and just what works for you. So I like to stretch my foot just kind of like you were doing with your neck, right? You're just stretching your foot a little bit. Stretching that ankle muscle that can tighten up. Stretch your feet back. So you're just thinking about stretching parts of your body that maybe you don't tend to focus on a lot, give a lot of care time to, right? So we're just stretching it all out, not doing any major, huge thing, right? Stretching it back. Same can be done for your hands. And these are all less movement focused poses that I think helps when you're really nauseous, because you don't always want to be constantly flowing from one pose to the other. That can be too much movement. So it's nice to have these a little bit more still poses, even like this, just stretching your hands. So much of nausea, I have found there's so many pressure points in your hands with the nausea. It's crazy. But again, you know, always talk to your doctor, because some pressure points you don't want to mess with. Some can be really helpful. The phone hand. This should be the phone hand yoga. Thank you so much for giving this a thumbs up, for subscribing if you haven't already, and coming along on our journey on here. Oh, it's okay to admit that we aren't feeling well. We need to take care of ourselves during this time, and it's a great time to listen to our bodies and do a little bit of gentle yoga. I'm gonna see you in the next video. I would love it if you went and clicked on that link in the description box to the merch with the tees and the hat and the mugs. I need a theme song. I keep saying I'm gonna make a theme song. It's mug time. I'm gonna work on that. I have to come up with it. It would just be funny to do. But thank you all so much. You are such a lovely, beautiful community of fabulous biscuits. I'll see you in the next video. That was a very enthusiastic goodbye wave and a little scary looking. Let's be mellow, like a mellow yoga goodbye. Breath in and out.